Hi guys, Squirrel here, and we're in X-Plane 11, and today I want to tell you about an event that I'm going to. It's called FlightSim Con. You may have heard of it, depends where you live. It's basically an annual convention for flight sim lovers, which is in the States, up near New York in fact, and it's very, very soon. I'll give you the details shortly about FlightSim Con, but let's take off here, and then when we get in the air, I'll tell you, if you want to come along and say hi, you're welcome to do so. But let me just tell you where we are. So we're at L35. Let's bring up my browser. We are at L35, otherwise known as Big Bear City. Let's just zoom out here and you can kind of get a feel for where we are. And I'm going to be heading down to Palm Springs here. And the reason I'm doing this journey here is because I'm doing it on FS Economy. And as you can see, this is an FS Economy flight. And you're probably going, whoa, 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 whoa. Squirrel, what the heck is FS Economy? What are you talking about, dude? So FS Economy is this kind of online... It's free, completely free. It's this like online system that you can use, which has basically a virtual economy, if you like. So what I've done here is I've picked off 3 passengers that I'm going to take from L35 to KPSP, which is Palm Springs. It's only like 31 nautical miles. I thought we'd go for a short flight today. But I've got 3 paying passengers. So the bottom line is, when I transport these guys from here to here, they'll pay me this much money. There will be some deductions, renting the aircraft, fuel, that kind of thing, landing fees, etc. But then that all feeds back into your bank balance. Because I'm flying this for Air Squirrel, and Air Squirrel is a group that I own, I run. You're welcome to join it, by the way. What happens is some of the money will go to Air Squirrel and some of the money goes into my pocket. The advantage of being in a group is, as we grow the group, we're buying more aircraft, and when you fly for the group, you rent free. And renting the aircraft free is a big deal because you're only paying for your fuel then. So it works out. It's basically a win-win situation. If you want to sign up for this thing, by the way, just go to fseconomy.net and scroll down. And on the right down here, it just says Getting Started. Just follow that through. What happens is you create an account for this website, and then you apply for a Game World account. And the Game World account is what you actually use to log into this thing. This is the actual game, server.fseconomy. Then you download the plugin for X-Plane or P3D or FSX or whatever it is you're flying. Just follow the instructions. It's tons of instructions on the website. But basically what we do now to activate this thing, we go up to X Economy, which is the plugin for X-Plane, and I click on Start Flight now. And there you go. It picks up the 3 passengers. It says your flight has been started, 21 gallons of fuel on board, 3 assignments loaded, enjoy your flight. So it's now loaded the passengers on board, or the virtual passengers on board, and what it then does is it adjusts your fuel level to whatever the plane has. The virtual plane on the server has a fuel level, and as we fly it, the fuel will go down. And you must remember in FS Economy to refuel it before you fly. Make sure you've got enough fuel, because as soon as you hit the start flight button, it will adjust your fuel levels and bring them down. Anyway, we've started the flight. That's the main thing. We are, let me just quickly flick back to Sky Vector. What I've done is, because we're in Big Bear City, Big Bear City is a very elevated airfield. It's nearly 8,000 feet, I think, above sea levels. Pretty elevated. It's up in the mountains here. But there's a nice lake here to the west, and if you have a look at the old windsock, if I just move that down there, the windsock there, we'll be taking off in a westerly direction against the wind, and we're going to use the lake as a waypoint as we start kind of climbing out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Redlands as a waypoint here. And then we're going to start sort of descending as we go around here. Through Redlands, through Banning, and then down into Palm Springs, which is only about 700 feet above sea level. So you can see, once we get out of these high mountains and stuff, we're going to have to descend fairly quickly. Well, not fairly quickly. We've got, quite a few miles to actually do it. We've got 31 miles to do it, but we've got to lose like 7,000 feet, put it that way, before we come down. So anyway, that's the briefing. Let's begin to sort of move around here. So what we'll do is we shall get the cameras right. We shall get rid of that. We're going to turn... We've got our beacon light on already. We don't need the pitot heat today. We're going to put the taxi light on. Nav light can come on later, so can the strobe and the landing lights and all that good stuff. And yeah, we've done all the checks, blah blah blah. Let's just get going, because I want to tell you about FlightSim Con itself. Let's just feed the mixture in a little bit. Now obviously we are very elevated, so you do have to lean out a fair amount, but you just kind of watch out on the EGT gauge there. Anyway, so let's just keep this simple, because this video is all about, it's not about FS Economy, it's not about flying the Cessna, it's all about FlightSim Con, and I want to tell you all about that, because I'm quite excited actually. It's the first time I've been to FlightSim Con, disappearing trucks. First time I've been to FlightSim Con in the States. I always go to the FlightSim show, which is in the UK, down at RAF Cosford. That one's in October, by the way, and I will be going to that. So if you're based in the UK, I love these trucks that just vanish. If you're based in the UK and you want to catch up with me in October, that's been announced. I think it's like the first weekend in October. You're welcome to come along to that. That's a one-day event. FlightSim show, the one in the States, is a two-day event, actually. Now then. Oh, hello. Forgot we had past you. Hello! How are we doing? Not much headroom back there, good grief. Right, so, let's just do some checks here. We're going to go single stage of flaps. We are going to put on the strobe lights. We'll put on the landing lights for now, and the nav light can come on. Pad back into the right camera again. The GPS, as you can see, is already set up. We're going to head out, like I say, we're just going to head out westerly here, and then we're going to start climbing a bit. We need to get up to about 9,000. I've set the barrel, by the way. Done all that before we sort of started here. GPS is set up. We shall squawk altitude, even though it doesn't really matter because we're not online. We're going to be flying at about 9,000, and then we're going to start descending. So our checks are more or less complete. Not very thorough ones. Let's release the brakes. And get into position for takeoff. Right, let's punch it, Dewey. Airspeed's alive. It's 40 knots. Need a bit more runway because we're so elevated here. But we're all good. We are up. Nice clean takeoff. Let's hold the runway line. There's no sort of undercarriage to retract in the Cessna, of course, so we're not really worried about that. We'll just trim out. There we go. And we'll keep that steady climb there, about 60 knots. Fantastic. Just follow it around a little bit. Now the scenery up here, as you can see on the left there, some of the scenery's a little bit hit and miss on the buildings. A lot of 2D stuff going on. This is scenery I generated myself. It is pretty spectacular. This is slightly less spectacular up here. But it does get very, very cool, as you'll see. Let's keep the climb going. Keep the throttle on full. Let the altitude climb. We're just over 7,000. We're going to aim for that valley point there until we've got good altitude. Just watching the EGT gauge down here, making sure we keep that where it should be with the mixture. Got to kill the landing lights now. And I forgot the flaps. GG. Flaps should have come up at 500. Totally forgot that. That's going to build some airspeed, so we'll increase our climb a little bit. There we go. Cool. Right, so FlightSim Con. Let's talk about FlightSim Con, because that's what we're here for after all. When is it? 10th and 11th of June, so not far away. In fact, just over a week. At the time of recording this, it's the 1st of June, so we're just over a week. For FlightSim Con. It is at Bradley International Airport, which is at the Sheraton Hotel, Bradley International Airport, which is, if you're wondering where that is, Windsor Locks, Connecticut, USA, which is roughly, it's just outside of Hartford, just north of Hartford. Where's Hartford? You might be saying, well, it's roughly between New York and Boston. East Coast, US. What's altitude? 8,000. Good stuff. Alright, let's start turning now. Let's keep the climb going. We're going to head towards our first waypoint. So yeah, it's between New York and Boston. I'll be flying over there on the... I'm going to fly over on like a Wednesday, I think it is. I'm going to let myself... I'm going to spend a couple of days in New York. Never been to New York, so while I'm over there, because, you know, flying to the States for me is not cheap. While I'm over there, I may as well take in a bit of the States. So I'm going to go and see a bit of New York, which would be cool. Now, there's loads of people going. I mean, seriously, there's... Exhibitor-wise, you've got Laminar Research, who are probably going to be talking about X-Plane 11. You've got Lockheed Martin, who obviously are going to be talking about P3D and version 4, which just got released. Finally, P3D's gone 64-bit. Myself, personally, I'm holding off on my purchase of P3D because I'm just waiting for some of the add-ons to catch up, which will probably be a few weeks. No doubt about that. You've got Orbex, they're down there. Let's aim for this valley over here. It's a little bit safer. We should be absolutely fine for altitude at 9,000, but I just feel more comfortable with this ridge over here. Right, let's level out here. There we go. Checking the mixture as well. Right, airspeed's building now. It's over revving slightly. Let's back off on the throttle. There we go, which is just down here, just behind the yoke there. So you need to make sure you stay in the green zone. Perfect, we're kind of trimmed out. Pretty much level flight. So you've got Orbex, you've got Airsoft, you've got Just Flight, Pilot Edge, Quality Wings, FlightSim, Navigrapher down there, HavSim, Dovetail Games, the list goes on. You know, the exhibitors, there's loads of people going. All the big names in the FlightSim world are going to be there, which is pretty fantastic. Now you can see the scenery outside starting to get better. Look at this. Looks pretty cool now. Let's get over this ridge. I think we're picking up on a thermal or something. I'm suddenly get shunted vertically. And not just I will be there, I'm actually going to be on a panel, which is kind of cool. This was only arranged the last few weeks, I think it was, but I'm going to be on a panel at FlightSim Con, which is kind of awesome actually. So we're going to be talking about Twitch streaming and flight simulation. Now, the feeling is that maybe not, you know, streaming is not that well known within the flight sim world yet, and a few of us streamers would kind of like it to be a bit more understood for what it is, what benefits it can bring, and so on. So, a few people are going to be on that panel with me. We're going to have a chap called Ty. He's otherwise known as Cat Strater. He's a Twitch streamer, does a lot of flight sim. So Cat Strater is going to be chairing the panel itself. You're going to have myself in there, obviously. You're going to have Jeff Faviano. I'm sure you know Jeff. He runs a YouTube channel. And you're going to have Alan Shafto, who's Aerosim Gaming. 1 second, I need to adjust my mixture. There we go. My mixture was set pretty badly at this point. Okay, I'm going to start descending now. So let's start a gentle ride down. Keep my eye on the mixtures. So we've got Aerosim Gaming. He's another Twitch streamer. Then you've got Keith Smith from Pilot Edge. He's the guy that basically runs Pilot Edge. If you wonder what Pilot Edge is, it's like a professional, paid-for online ATC service. Currently does the Western US. Very, very thorough, very detailed, used by a lot of people actually training to fly. Look at the view now. So he's going to be there. So yeah, there's going to be a few of us actually doing this. Pretty exciting stuff. And that's going to be on the Saturday. It's going to be 11:30 at the Simsbury Room, which sounds like a drink. Sounds like Pimsbury. Simsbury Room. And yeah, we're going to be discussing everything from flight simulation and streaming and the benefits. It's talking about, you know, how, you know, what it provides to viewers. What does streaming flight sim actually provide to viewers? How is it effective as an entertainment platform? How can you educate people when you stream flight sim? How can it be used as a teaching thing? And also, how is it used for product evaluations? I mean, that's one of the cool things about it, actually. You know, if you stream a new product that's just come out, the camera doesn't lie, as they say. I mean, with YouTube, you can edit things out. Like if your product crashes or whatever, you can edit that out. But well, when you're live on a stream, if the product you're reviewing is not performing, people are going to see that. So there's good and bad in there in this. Anyway, the whole thing we're going to be discussing in a big panel, so it's going to be pretty cool. If you can make it to FlightSim Con, then, you know, by all means, come and say hi. Come and, you know, it'll be brilliant to meet you guys. I don't get in the States very often. It is very far away. And it's expensive to get to. So I think the last time I went to the States was about 18 months ago, I think it was, when I went to TwitchCon in San Francisco. That was the last time I was in the States. So, you know, it doesn't happen very often, but this is my first time to go to FlightSim Con. Pretty excited. Just going to trim down and let this thing come down quite a bit now, because you can see the mountain range is starting to end, and the level's kind of basin over there where Palm Spring is. We need to lose some serious altitude now. So let's start winding it down. I'm short-circuiting the GPS waypoints, as you can see, so I'll need to change the active leg in a second. Let's back off because we're going to over-rev slightly. We're not careful. Let's change the active waypoint on the flight plan. So we want to go with that one. No, not that. We want to go with that one. Menu, activate leg. And then let's get rid of that. There we go. This KBNG is now the active leg. So we can just turn and follow that around now. So yeah, if you can make it to FlightSim Con, if you happen to live in the States, please come over and see me, especially if you're on the East Coast, because like I say, I just don't get over there very often. And it'd be great to meet some people from either YouTube or Twitch, just any of you guys that are fans of the channel. It'd be fantastic to catch up with you. If you do get there, you can of course watch the panel, ask questions. And if you're not, well, you know, there's the one in the UK, the Cosford one, which is in October. Maybe catch up with you then. But otherwise, I'm sure somebody will record the panel itself. I'll be there. I'll be tweeting out pictures and that kind of thing. I don't know if I'm going to record anything while I'm there, but you know, I'm treating it as a sort of a fun trip, if you like, and also it'll be great to meet fans and YouTubers and streamers and, you know, exhibitors and everybody just involved in flight simulation, which is, you know, I think it's getting a lot bigger. You know, it's starting to grow now. If you look out the window, I mean, just look at the view here. This is the kind of thing you can do when you generate your own ortho scenery. And if you're wondering how to do this, I generated all this completely free, by the way. And I do intend to put together a video. It's not perfect, as you can see. I mean, the transition between here and here, it's not perfect, but by and large, it's pretty nice. Okay, let's put the throttle back in and just level out now. 5,000. Get back on our course. But yeah, I mean, if you look out the window and zoom in, you can see, you know, there's cars going down the roads, there's buildings there, they're proper 3D buildings. Some of the ortho scenery that you can generate is just absolutely fantastic in X-Plane. And I will put together some videos in the future that shows you how to do this. Because it's not, you know, it's not rocket science, but, you know, anybody can follow it through, but there are a few things you need to learn. And to do it well and to do it properly just takes a bit of practice, or you know, watching some videos and stuff like that. So I will put some stuff together to show you how to generate this kind of scenery in the future. This is all X-Plane 11, like I say. Jump over here and have a look out the window. It's pretty cool. I must admit, the whole sort of California scenery in ortho is so much fun to fly. Right, let's level it up a little bit. Because I don't want to lose too much altitude here. Now, we're going to be flying towards Banning Municipal, as you can see, which is just here. Banning Municipal, can't speak properly. 10.1 away. So not far. Picking up a bit of a thermal, I think. Getting a little bit bouncy. Spank left a little bit. It's actually getting very, very windy all of a sudden. Huge amounts of thermals coming off this mountain ridge, I think. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I want to say about FlightSim Con. I'll leave a link in the video description to take you to the website so that you can... Actually, the weather's getting appalling, isn't it? So that you can, if you want to check it out, if you want to check out the venue, book in a hotel or see where it is, that kind of thing, book tickets. I'll drop a link in the video description so you can do that. But other than that, I shall carry on flying, and we shall pick this up shortly as I approach Palm Springs. Well, welcome back. We've had some pretty nice scenery, must admit. What did you think? Not bothered. Anyway, Palm Springs is in sight. We have a visual on it. It is just there. So we're going to be going in on the left runway. So just slowly descending now. So 13 left is the runway we're going for. Come on, X-Plane. Come on. Load that scenery. So one thing I do need to do is set the barrow correctly. We'll just see what we're on. 29.72, 29.72 on the barrow. So we'll adjust that. Let's see, 29.72. It's good. Right, let's also put our landing lights on now. Some more mixture richness in there. Let's get ourselves on a nice alignment course. It's really weird, like to the right of 11,000 foot mountain, so I basically had to, we couldn't fly the exact course, I had to follow the valley. If you see, you'll see what I mean if I look behind. I had to come along this valley here because this is enormous mountain. So I just followed the roads, follow the path through, and it all breaks out into this kind of desert here, as you can see. Start bringing down the speed. But yeah, look at Palm Springs. It's like, I don't know, when you look around it, there's so much on the left here. There's so much desert. Look at it. It's crazy. And then on the right, it's just all built up and green. Right, let's retrim. And that's our runway there. So I've identified that. Let's just hold this altitude a second, let the speed come down. Let's bring in a notch, that'll help. Gives a bit of extra lift. But yeah, I can't remember if Palm Springs is like a big retirement place. I don't really know much about it. I just know that it's on this other side of some massive mountains. Okay, we are lined up. Just retrim it out slightly. Let's hold that speed. Now it looks like I don't have particularly good ortho out here because if you look, there aren't many good 3D buildings here, so it's not ideal. I might have to look at this again. You can see to my right though, there are some buildings. Just not a great deal of them. There we go. Just get the speed back in slightly. Drop another flap notch. Oh, actually, looking out the window now, there's a lot more buildings, look. It's a beautiful clear day. We've got live weather on, but it is an actual clear day down here. And we'll just let it gently descend down. Winds are calm, 3 knots according to the METAR. Can't remember if I've got any scenery for the airport. Just looking out the right there, I can see we've got some scenery. Not a tremendous amount. I think the actual GA parking is down ahead of us on the left. Yeah, 1-3 left. Identified. Quite a rundown strip before the touchdown marker. And 18 feet per minute, not bad, fairly smooth. Just clean up a little bit. Yeah, you can see the windsock there. Very slight crosswind. Nothing worth worrying about. We could have gone around and come back, but that kind of level of wind, it's just not worth bothering with. Okay. Let's get ready to vacate. There we go. We're going to go and park up over here. Down the bottom there's some hangars. Okay, so now we've fully vacated. We'll just quickly clean up. So flaps have been done. Landing lights come off, tax light can come on, strobe can come off. We'll leave the nav lights on for now. Put the yoke back. We shall remove squawk back onto standby, which is there. Other than that, we're good to go. All the personal jets are over here. Let's go further down and see what's down there. According to this, the GA parking should... Actually, no, maybe it was... 1 second, let's have a quick look outside. Oh no, the GA parking is ahead of us. Yeah, it's right. I was just looking at the chart and I thought it said the GA was there, but I can actually see it ahead. Dead ahead. Down there, there's loads of them. Let's go and park up. Nice palm trees here. So the one thing, if you are flying an FS economy, and I can speak from experience on this, we've all done it, you must remember to start your flight, and you must remember to end your flight. Now, with X-Plane, you can only end your flight at the point where you have the engines off and the parking brake on. I believe on FSX and P3D that is not a requirement, but it certainly is on X-Plane. Which I'll show you now. We'll just park up. But it's very simple. Now the only thing is, you know, I've done a flight, like a 90-minute flight I think it was. Got to the destination and realised I didn't start the flight in FS Economy. And let me tell you, that is pretty painful stuff. Okay. Parking brake is on. Let's lean out the mixture completely.
The engine seems ideally primed.
Ignore that. Fuel cut off. Okay. All the lights come off. Avionics can come off. That's the switch. Done and done. Welcome to Palm Springs. Okay, so now you go to plugins, you go to X Economy, you open that up and you say finish flight. The flight is logged. The results can be found on the website. Your aircraft is no longer rented. If you continue, you must rent a new aircraft. Time 36 minutes. It's still 18 gallons on board. So now, if you go back to here on FS Economy, where it says My Flight, if I click on it now, it'll have gone completely because I've not got a current flight anymore. But if I go to log and then go to... do I need to go to logs there or here? I can't remember. 1 second. There it is. So there's a personal log there. Is it in here as well? Yeah, it's in here as well. See, it's a Squirrel TV. You can see all these guys here. Squirrel TV, L35 to Palm Springs. November 119 SQ. So all of our aircraft ends in SQ, Sierra Quebec, obviously for squirrel. 31, you can see earnings 1,500 there. And then you can click view and it gives you a complete breakdown. So 1,700 from the paying passengers, the ground crew fees came out. Distance bonus, I'll explain that some other time. And then you can see how the money was split. 978 went to Squirrel, 561 went to me. Now, considering I flew that aircraft for free and the fuel was paid for by Squirrel, it's you know, there's basically $500 in my pocket, just pure profit. Squirrel gets 978, but don't forget the aircraft has to be maintained. I just maintained that one and it cost me well over $1,000 just for the maintenance, and there's a fuel and all that. But the main thing is of flying in a group is it's all about the numbers, you know. It's all about building up the aircraft we have available. So if you go to assignment Squirrel, these are the jobs that are currently open. But any of the admin guys can basically create jobs here for you to fly, and you just pick them up and fly them. It's pretty cool. And if you go to Aircraft Air Squirrel, you can see we have November 119 Sierra Quebec, 321 Sierra Quebec, and we also have November 264, which is L for lease. This one we're basically paying for at the moment. It was about $300,000, and we're paying for it in 3 installments of $109,000. So, you know, they're pretty expensive things to own and run. But you can see like the monthly fee over here just for that alone is the monthly fee that we have to cough up on these things. So anyway, if you do want to join the group, once you've signed up, you need to come to groups and then all groups. And then if you just quickly look for Squirrel, you should be able to find us like that. Official Squirrel TV flying group, and there'll be a join button here. You click join, it then comes through to me or to one of us. Hang on a second. Memberships, Squirrel. You can see all the members here. And then I click on accept. You can see there's a couple of people applying. So we'll quickly look. Because obviously, you know, the problem is if a lot of people apply, but they're just dead weight, they're not actually flying, they're just, oh, they'll join the group and they never actually fly, then you'll have to be removed. So as long as you want to fly, it's cool. You can be a member, no problem at all. But it's pretty fun. FS Economy adds a bit of weight to your flying. Just gives you a sense of purpose. Oh, and another thing, it's not just in Western US either. It's all over the world. We've only got planes in the Western US at the moment, in California area. But you can fly assignments. You can fly anywhere you like in FS Economy. Look at that scenery at the back. Anyway, so the whole video was meant to be about FlightSim Con. I've given you all the details. Links in the video description. Hope to see you there. If not, then maybe at Cosford in October. But yeah, exciting times ahead in Flight Sim, I think. That's it from me. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Take care, guys. Happy flying.